Good morning again. We are continuing in Joel chapter 2 from verse 28 to verse 32. And I will be reading as follows. It says, "Promise outpouring of the Spirit, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions, and also upon the servant and upon the handmaid. In those days will I pour out my Spirit, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord had said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call." This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. And it says here, the full realization of the outpouring of the Spirit and the offer of salvation to all people will someday be followed by the end time cosmic sign and the days of the Lord. Matthew chapter 24, verse 29 and 31. At that time, God's enemies will experience his wrath. Revelation 6 verse 12 and 17. When examining the light of biblical prophecy, worldwide condition indicate that the time of these future events is near. And it says, Joel envisioned that one of the primary results of an outpouring of the Holy Spirit will be the impartation and release of the prophetic gifts. The manifestation of the Spirit through his gifts makes known the presence of God among his people. And it also says that the manifestation of the Spirit through his gifts make known the presence of God among his people. The Apostle Paul declared that if the church prophesy, an unbelieving visitor will be compelled to report that God is in you of a truth. And it also says here, let me get more in depth. And it said, Joel predicts a day when God will pour out his Spirit on whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord. The outpouring will result in a charismatic flow of the Spirit and prophetic manifestation among God's people. Peter quoted that this passage of the day of Pentecost, explaining that the outpouring of the Holy Spirit on the day was the beginning of the fulfillment of Joel's prophecy. Acts chapter 2 verse 14 and 21. The prophecy is an ongoing promise to all who accept Christ as Lord, for all believers can and should be filled with the Holy Spirit.